Jackson Hickey trying to turn that drive into a post move, but needed one more dribble.
And fumbling the ball away, Shane Noel.
I see Princeton's got to play through Xaivian Lee with this lineup on the court.
Lee, scoop layup off the window and in. That streak in danger tonight. Inside, stolen by Jack Scott.
Now when they were down against Brown, they put the press on as well. So let's see if Princeton decides to press if they score here.
Lee spins to the rim, puts it in. That's the Xaivian.
They've been great here. 12-0 at home, and that's in jeopardy here unless Xaivian Lee does more of that. In that tiny coffin corner when you're UNLV, Princeton got great stuff from this press against Brown a few days ago.
Pierce lost the grip a little bit. Wider lane here at the NIT, and a lane that Lee uses to access.
It's a little 15-foot step, a face-up jumper.
Yeah, little Carmelo Anthony, inside pivot, jab, fire from 15.
Jack Sigma, maybe?
Yeah, Jack Sigma, yes, sir.
Lee for three.
Keno Lillard Jr., so dangerous in transition, got to the mid-range. We saw him hit the three in the first half.
I just had to laugh. As soon as he pulled up, I'm like, this is going in. This has that feel right now where Brown is in a complete groove, and obviously with everything on the line, as Lee gets to the 10, the Tigers have to.
Harassed. Gets to the foul line, lost the ball. That looked like it was trouble. As the Tigers come away with it.
Another good possession. They've really locked in since the first 10 minutes defensively. A lot better knowing their game plan and a lot better with their activity.
Pierce. Lee with 9. Lee gets a step on Nick, serves it up and in.
And I bet you we see some better three-point shooting from both teams in the second half as they get adjusted to this game.
And again, the Tigers taking great care of the basketball. Just 2 turnovers in the first 20 minutes. Lee, right outside from the elbow, knocks to get rid of it after the double team. Nord left all alone from 3, and Lee grabbing the loose ball. He'll pull it from deep. Money. Wow. Xaivian Lee.
Every time it looks like Princeton's got them figured out, they're able to just kick it into another gear and retain that lead. Just to see it'll be interesting to see what the adjustment for Princeton is going forward, because they haven't gotten much of anything going offensively over the past 3 or 4 minutes.
Lee gets to the rim and puts it in. Xaivian Lee. Sweet 16 appearance. Three-point lead for the Cornell Big Red. Peters. Now Lee. Peters gets it back, trying to find some space to operate. Lee will fire with 7 and knock down the 3 to tie. The attack can't score. Tipped up, nearly in. As Cooper almost got that one to drop, but instead the Tigers control. Inside to Lee. Lee, tough layup. Drops.
It was way off, and it was an excellent contest by Princeton.
Pierce, backdoor feed to Xaivian Lee. He misses the free throw. Columbia only got to the line one time in the first half. They've certainly improved upon that here in half two. They're 4 of 7 from the charity stripe. Lee to the rack, easy access for Rosa. 3 is in.
Excellent play, just looked at a 3, got the D up in the air.
Six-point game. Princeton trying to shake free of Columbia. Ten to shoot for Princeton. Lee's jumper trickles in. Wow. Knocks down the 3. 79-68. Pierce. Ooh, that a dangerous pass there. As the pressure picked up by Columbia. Tigers with 1 timeout left. Columbia with 2. Down the floor for Martini. Now Lee.
A little touch and go on that inbounds.
Lee just throws it up and in. Wow.
Great start to the big green.
And Dartmouth regains the lead. Lee with Johnson all over him. In it goes. Pierce up top. Lee driving. Lee finishes.
Quick. He used
deals tonight. Christensen again loses it.
Turnovers. Here's Lee in the gallop.
Lee will finish.
Good possession, Princeton defensively.
Princeton on an 8-1 run here. Trying to find a little separation from the big green. Lee. Tough fadeaway.
Yeah, I went high.
Princeton hasn't scored in the last 2:35.
Dartmouth goes zone.
Princeton 8 of 15 shooting in this second half. They were 8 of 26 in all the first.
There it is.
Final minute 30 here in this one. Tigers looking for the dagger here. They're going to take this clock down as long as they can. Here's Lee. Lee with
for a 3.
Okpara fakes the 3, drives inside, elevates, missed with the right hand. Rebound kept alive, saved on the end line by Zach Martini. Pierce forces Ajabo out of the paint. Lee on the drive, lays it up and in. Great side, Harvard has to reset with Mack again. Simon tries to answer, can't do it. And Lee rips the rebound away from Lesmond. Tigers with 3 early threes. Lee for another. Yes, sir! Has been the 2 guys going for the Tigers early on. Meanwhile, you just saw Malik Mack to the bench, his first break of the day. Pierce with it from the elbow. Hands off to Lee. Drives. Over 3 Crimson he hits.
The rotation, the way it's working right now for Harvard. Good cohesion right now defensively. Really like Tyler Simon, what he's been able to do. His length and versatility around the perimeter has been impressive.
He's added a couple threes as well. Lee on the backdoor cut, blocked by Mack, but he blocked it.
They do not go that deep off the bench.
Okpara open off the inbound, missed the reverse layup though, and the rebound comes down to Pierce. Harvard had hit 7 of its last 8 before that miss. Lee has Ace Nesteski in the switch. Wants it back. Gonna go at the first year. Gave it up, Alako. Lee again, drives, elevates, kick out, finds its way to Peters. Down to 10 to shoot. Lee wants it again. It reverses the other way to Martini. Inside to Pierce with 5 to shoot. Going at Lesmond. He's double teamed. Simon ties him up. Lee has to throw it up from mid-court, and he banks it in! Wojcik, they dare him to shoot again. He drives and kicks. Simon curls his way inside. Can't score with the left hand. Looked like that right hand was available. He tried to switch it back to the left and put too much on it.
Another good look for Tyler Simon. Has drained a couple of threes. The dribble drive has led to a bucket.
Lee and Pierce again playing the two-man game. Lee fires and buries another. Here is Lee going to the basket early on. He hangs, can't hit off the window, but he's right there for his...
Mbang so strong. He's looking to attack Xaivian Lee, make him work on the defensive end. Great post up.
Quick cut by Lee. Turnaround shot, banks in. Gets by Peters, too strong off the window. A Martini rebound. Lee, who's been quiet offensively so far, will pull it and knock it down. Aram.
What a shot.
Incredible bucket.
Man, and it's a luxury for Yale to have him. He's a starter who plays as a backup point guard. Is that
good? Empty. Players being out early. That's a part of the culture building here at Princeton. Flacco stuck. Lee goes by Mbang. Reverse layup is in. Offense for Yale.
When you're struggling a little bit on the offensive end, getting out transition. Great way to get yourself going. Excellent outlet pass. And Bez Mbang, one of the best transition players in the league, able to finish.
Yale entering this game as the #1 defense in the Ivy League in field goal percentage defense. 41% on the year are the opponent.
Away from it.
5 to shoot. Pulikitis fading away from the rim. No good.
A tough one there for Pulikitis. Now Princeton's got to get this ball moving before they attack.
Lee on Simmons. Serves it up and puts it in. Gets the layup. It's a 6-point lead for the Quakers.
He's been the heart and soul of this team for Penn. Asked to do a lot with injuries.
Which is a lot of game speed as Slackert will head out.
Well, if me playing in 5-minute increments in my men's league is any indication, yes, there is. Because let me tell you something. I get out there for a couple of minutes and I am sucking wind, my guy. So being able to actually practice and get out in games, I think is what puts you in. Nice play right there.
Perkins lobs it off the window to extend the Penn lead back out to 6. Yeah, 19-13.
Really good touch right there. Going right, but shooting it with his left. Not easy at all. Help defense has to step up and stop the ball in that situation.
12:25 left to go first half. Pull up from Lee. Got it. And a foul.
Yeah, that's right.
20 all ball game. Pressure picked up here by Penn.
One-2-2 look for the Quakers. Mixing it up from that man to zone look. This was very influential for them to be able to pull out a big-time dub against the Villanova Wildcats earlier this year.
A long three. Down low to Laskowski. Tough sledding down low for Laskowski. Lee tries a three. Money. Xaivian Lee. Smith flying in and just puts it off the glass to give the Quakers a 4-point lead.
Smith going to beat the press with a scoring. misses a plenty close to the basket. It's going to come down to who's able to convert.
Spinoso misses a three. Scott with a rebound. That is not a shot Spinoso normally takes. That's his 12th three-point attempt of the year. He's only made one of them. Lee all the way into the rim and one.
He kisses it off the glass lightly for the basket.
2-0 Bears, and there is Xaivian Lee making his. Martini with a rebound for Princeton. Here's Lee. Going to take the three off the screen and hit it from straight up. Tigers with the basketball. It's a 1-point lead for the Brown Bears, however. 24-23 is our score. There's Xaivian Lee with it. Going to take it out near midcourt. Get it to Alako and gets it back up top. Lee going to take a long three over Nador and hit it. Wow. Lily off the window, no good. Tigers get the rebound. Lee will push it up the floor. Crossover dribble, takes it in on Cloman and hits the shot and gets fouled. Matt Alako will toss it in. There's Davis with it. Guarded by Lilly. Now finds Lee. Lee takes it to the free throw line. In the paint, changes direction off the window, and in for 4 from beyond the arc tonight. Princeton defense satisfied with him taking that shot. Lee takes it in on Anya and scores. Gets it to Ferrari with 3, 2 in the shot clock, and the Bears aren't going to get a shot off. Tigers come up with a steal anyway. Pierce gets it to Lee in the corner. Now they whip it back out to Peters and cross court to Alako. Lee comes to get it again. Takes it down the left side of the lane and scores.
On ball defenders in the league able to poke it away. I think right here, Caden Pierce has to attack Danny Wolf.
Lee with a good jump stop. Gets it back and cans it. Big play for the Tigers. Good footwork here for Nick Townsend. Missed the jump hook. And the rebound for Jack Scott, the son of the former Princeton head coach Joe Scott, who you know a thing or two about.
He also played at the Hunt School for John Stone. Not only produced him, but also Doug Davis. Nice pass.
Little old school
type of guy, a driller, excellent shooter off the dribble, and then able to move without the basketball as well.
Junior from about 45 minutes outside of Chicago in Naperville, Illinois. Born on the night that Syracuse won the national championship with some kid named Carmelo Anthony. Said he ended up becoming an Orange fan for a little bit as a result. Speaking of Orange, 2 to shoot for the Tigers. And Lee! That's
a shot.
And that's the big change, right?
Yeah, basically, most of those are going to be blocks now. Because you've got to get there even earlier. You've got to get there before the player plants on the 1-2.
Well, we were talking about Carolina Duke. How would Shane Battier exist in this era of college basketball? That guy lived on plays like that. Xaivian Lee living at the perimeter. Rattles into the Pac-12. 7th ranked UCLA at 4th ranked Stanford. Should be a great afternoon for women's hoops. And speaking of good hoops, 2-game with Townsend. Pops up, couldn't get it to stick. Durham on the back of Davis, but letting him play. Lee, secondary break, Alako. Lee, separating. Tied it. 1 of 2 though here. Princeton still with life. Lee to the bucket and some English with the reverse.
And Ragland pulling the trigger, hit front rim. Good shot there for Cornell. That's what they're looking to do. They're going to take the first good one that's available. A Guy Ragland Jr. 3 is a good shot. Fortunately for Cornell fans, it doesn't fall that time. One of the top 3 Cornell three-point shooters. Rare to see Ragland miss with that much space. Inside 10 to shoot for Princeton. Lee working on a screen. Steps back and connects. How about that? And Earl
the Princeton alum, looking to take down his former school and get to 4-0 in the Ivy League.
Basketball fans are going to learn a lot about Princeton this afternoon. What are they made of? This is the first real adversity, significant adversity for this ball club this season.
Lee steps back and hits a three.
Nice strength. Cornell's gone to that intermittently. They definitely have a size advantage inside, and Sean Hansen's done a nice job when given those opportunities.
And after that opening possession three for Princeton, Cornell has extended the lead to 21. Lee working on Okereke, inside scoop layup. How about that finish?
Job attacking. Nice move bringing him in the game. Energy player.
And they have needed those guys to deliver. Backdoor cut by Lee, and he scoops it home. Bedry the offensive board. And Bedry gives it right back. Lee just has Brown to beat. Glides through the air and rolls it in. Columbia has made just one of its last 7. Princeton, 2 of its last 10. Yet it's a 4-point game. And it's Tigers trying to add some padding here. Lee off balance jumper, and he gets it to go.
Watching this game, it's his birthday today. Happy 10th. Sam.
Absolutely.
He makes double digits in the gym here today.
We don't have a double-digit scorer yet on the court. Lee, though, inching closer.
Coming here to play the Nets G League team.
Rubio De La Rosa from way downtown. Lee the rebound. Kicks it up ahead to Olako. And they'll wisely reset here. It's a 6-0 run for Princeton. A scoring drought over 2 minutes for Columbia. Lee slashing, and Lee getting it to roll. Goes in this contest.
Doing a good job attacking the rim. Just have to get it to fall.
2.5 to go. The defending Ivy League champs getting every which fight from Columbia. Lee digging deep into his arsenal of tricks. And
hanging up in the air and scoring. Brandon Mitchell-Day in the double figures with 11.
Yeah, Coach McGoffin wanted the and one, too.
Lee all the way up and in. Not going away.
Yeah, pretty good stretch there. Nice skip pass.
Pierce back to the basket to a cutting Xaivian Lee. Easy layup. Versus a team that was shooting 26% from 3 coming into this game, which ranked 351 in the nation. Xaivian Lee with an answer on the other.
He's 5th in the league. And that shows you how skilled the league is. That's a spectacular shooting number. And the numbers only tell part of the story because you know that at Princeton there's several stars.
Olako with 23 points, including 5 3-pointers on the day. Lee, long 3. Money. Lesman on the attack. Misses the layup. That looked like an automatic 2. Well, a little bit too much off target. Lee scooping with the right hand and delivering. Came to 3.
Dynamic at getting downhill and the body control.
Mack now with 4. As the Harvard lead stands at 3. Martini to a cutting Lee. Lee gets knocked to the floor.
Martini right now being guarded by Mack. That's a mismatch on the weak side.
Peters. Now Olako against Ace Nesteski, who has 2 fouls. Lee working his way to the rim. A beautiful.
He's responsible for. And it just seems like every single one in the second half. And 2 more there.
Get cleared in time to play today, and he's out. Day to day at the moment. Lee driving with 5 seconds left, lays it in. Xaivian
by Lee, and Tigers doing such a good job of rotating out of those double teams and covering all areas.
Pierce slipping. Able to restore order. Lee flashing in. The lefty finish.
Today is from Scott.
Akpara double team, then a steal by Martini. Malacco patiently picking his way along the baseline.
Coach Henderson yelling, keep moving, guys.
Lee plants a three. There's no doubt that, sure, Princeton's starting five will have a large say in what happens with this Ivy League season. However, you'd have to think the bench could play a significant factor. That guy will play a big factor.
Tigers went into that 1-3-1 look very quickly. Forced the turnover.
Again,
10 turnovers for the Crimson, just to one of the Tigers. Difference in this game, Derek.
Oof. Lee with the crossover and the three. Xaivian. 1 out of 2. Lee able to get the loose ball. As Lee flirting with a triple-double. He has 22, 7, and 7 now. Six and a half left to go. Tigers up by 20. Down to 4. Lee to the lane. Scoop layup is in. But it was Pierce who ended up winning the Rookie of the Year award.
That means the league is in very good hands for the next few years.
Absolutely. Chock full of talent. Lee creates space from Mack and drills a three. They can get in front of a big crowd here at Jadwin Gymnasium. The Lesman miss. Now a Tigers possession. Lee creating and
besides Akbar, it's really been PJ who's been the only other consistent offensive threat for the Crimson. You can feel the crowd getting antsy as soon as Lee gets the ball in a one-on-one situation.
He's got it again and drills it again.
Scoring last year in New Jersey against the Tigers with 22, his first today.
I remember saying at the time he wishes every game was played at Jadwin, but he's off to a good start. He does so many things for Delaware, the little things, the big things. He can score around the basket. He's an exceptional defensive rebounder.
Lee ends what was a 7-0. It is now on a 7-0 run. And Trent's going to fire away from 3. We've seen triple attempts now from Niles Lane, who's 1 of 7 on the year, and Jalen Trent, who's 0 of 8 after that miss.
That group came in as a group at 1 for 25, and that's really pressing. I think you're better off shot faking, getting into the range, see a few shots go in before you attempt that long-range shot.
Float shot, Lee, maybe the most improved.
Be really important. Cavan, much like a Princeton player, loves to find spots on the floor. He knows his game really well. When he gets his legs set and he's shot ready, he's as good a three-point shooter as there is.
Lee can say the same for him. Trent tries again. Lee with the stuff. Princeton doesn't block a whole lot of shots, but gets one there. And now on the other end. Running the floor, Lee coast to coast.
They don't.
And one improvement it has been. He had 152 points total last season as a rookie. It took him 8 games this year to get to 152 in his sophomore campaign. And then on cue, Lee to the rim.
Well, just no help at all.
For Delaware, they'll take the 2-point jump shot from Cavan Rowley, who's having a great start to his sophomore campaign. 14 points today. He's averaging 11 on the season.
And the expansion of his game is he is not known just as a three-point shooter. He can drive it now, as we saw earlier in the game, and he's good in the mid-range.
Lee with such a burst, a block from behind by Jair Davis. And he's of this pace, the 3 for Tyler Hauser. That's what he does best. 15th make from long range. He had missed his last 7. We mentioned that early in the broadcast, so good to see Tyler knock one through.
It's good to see him playing a little bit more as well. He had a really nice outing against Ryder here at home.
Gets a screen from Huggins. Pierce will try it. Can't hit from deep. Scott flies in for the loose ball. Lee for 3. That's good.
Handoff into a ball screen, and he beats Alaka, who's Princeton's best defender.
Tigers off of an 81-70 win over Drexel the other night in their home gym, Jadwin Gymnasium. Lee, the man who just had the ball, had 23 in that one. Alako off the bounce. Good hedge there for Fleming. Shot clock down to 5. Lee steps into it. Might have got hit on the arm. Rattles it in. Glass. Shot clock back to 20. Peters. And back of the iron. Cam Brown just got away with a foul there. Pushed Xaivian Lee. Lee slips it. Up on 1 foot. Tough shot. Got the roll.
He made a layup. The zones changed things as we thought it might.
St. Joe's cushion growing. It's at 5. Greer with 8 in the first half to go with 3 rebounds and a couple steals.
St. Joe's has such good team quickness. They can cover ground in this zone, especially the bottom. Those two guys got to go corner to corner, but Brown and Finkley can do it.
Lee steps in and hits. Fourth, still St. Joe's by 1. Reynolds steps into the triple. A deep rebound corralled by Alako. Vocal and emotional leader for them. His teammates call him Mush, short for mush mouth, because he never stops talking. Lee never stops cutting. Layup good. Joe's back to within 1. Thanks to the second triple for the grad student.
3-point barrages, both ends, so many skilled shooters.
Martini with the flash, shot clock inside 20 for the Tigers. Reynolds with a good close there on Peters.
Well, Finkley's defense for a freshman is really exemplary. When I saw him hold his own against Eric Dixon, I knew they had something pretty quick with Finkley.
Yeah, their whole front court was good that night. Lee, pretty good in the Princeton. St. Joe's by as many as 5, Princeton as many as 9. Tigers by 4 now.
Princeton not scoring inside, very few twos, and when they've made a run, it's been completely reliant on threes.
Lee, as you say it, changes it. And Princeton, it's been the outside shooting. 15 made threes for the Tigers. They came in averaging 9. Down to a 3-minute basketball game. Pierce, good D by Fleming. Finds Martini. Lee off the bounce and hits it.
Now, House on the move. Spins in the lane, nice move. Rimmed out. Peters and Martini did not realize they were battling each other for the basketball. Tigers maintain possession. Lee, out to Martini. Lee pops a 3 and hits. All net into Williams. Power dribble, loads up, can't finish. Lee with the rebound. Pierce. Lee for 3, connects. Xaivian. Odin against Peters. Hook shot, right hand, too strong. And Pierce with the loose ball for Princeton. Long 3 by Xaivian. Butler. Driving, gets stuffed by Caden Pierce.
Textbook vertical contest. Straight up, no reach down or foul.
Lee serves up. Steal, but instead the Tigers collect. Well, you can see up close the discolored nature of Matalako's nose. That's why he had the face guard on early in the game, but he got rid of it pretty quickly. Lee cutting baseline and 1.
But that one was just a little too risky, and Drexel's in good shape here. They just have to get stops like they've been doing all year long. They don't have to foul. They don't have to gamble.
15 foul committed by Drexel. Lee, another tough layup.
Tough shot by McGee, well defended by Peters. Both players did a nice job.
McGee up to 18 points now. It's an 8-point game again.
Lee's ability to make tough layups is so impressive. Coach Krill believed in practicing tough layups.
10 to shoot. Lee. To the rim. Count it for Xaivian. Best performance as a Princeton Tiger on the offensive side and making a defensive stop there. Just over 2 minutes left to go. Princeton up by 13.
Nice job taking time by Princeton. The clock's their friend right now.
Lee driving all the way to the rim to fall.
Yeah, Drexel's fight and physicality will serve them well all year. They get Amari Williams to play at his normal level, and they'll be fine.
Lee takes off to the November 20th. He's back out there for this Furman team. Lee driving, scoop layup is in. Gets it back. He'll try a three. That's short. Martini offensive board. Lee, open real estate, lays it in. Move to 8-0 and would be off to their best start since the 1966-67 season. Malacco. Oh, what a move by Davis, but he gives it up. Lee crosses over. Lee gets to the lane. Lee lays it in. Wow. Court, the Tigers have the numbers. Peters, left corner three, no good. Track down, gets it. Martini. That ball knocked away by Heen, kept alive to Lee for three. That's good. Davis out to Witt. Tries to pop a three, can't. Lee with a rebound.
But Heen, who's been great in the post, gets a little guy on him. For some reason, he picked up his dribble. That's the one where he's got to go.
Lee spins off of Vanderwall, throws it up, and throws it. We had a big week defeating Duke.
And they got a big-time transfer from Temple, Caleb Battle. He had a great game against Duke. And the people local to the Philadelphia area, I'm sure they know that name.
Malacco at the foul line. Now Lee. Lee, three defenders there, but somehow. Back out to Pegues. Pegues nearly lost it. Diving is Pierce. Tigers have the numbers. Lee lays it up and in. The lead is down.
Princeton down one, trailed by three. Biggest deficit tonight for the Tigers. They've led by as many as three. Moda beaten off the drive by Lee for a great underhand scoop shot. Against cancer by visiting v.org/donate. 100% of your donation goes directly to cancer research. Terry Conrad, Doug Birdsong back where Princeton trails by its biggest deficit 7. What an adjustment in midair by Lee.
Yeah, he's looking for it. He's taking good shots. He's on balance, and he's finding a way to just knock his defender off of him a little bit.
Here's Lee with it. He's the main ball handler. Locko back to Xaivian. He'll catch and shoot a three, and we are tied at 40. Yeah. Blake Peters is a captain, and of course, Alacco is a captain as well.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, Lee. Oh, and there's another inbound.
And they kind of stretched it out, but give credit to Williamson. He came across the lane instead of kind of diving straight to the basket. He kind of came from the right side high post area to the left side low post area for that catch and finish.
Tigers 2 on none. There is Lee for a jumper, rattles it in. And I'm
not sure if he's going to wait. Well, he's probably going to wait till the under 4-minute mark. But, yeah, Princeton just showing their seniority right now and just playing with a lot of poise, never panicked. And now just with the lead, you're going to try to stretch it out.
Here's a drive, and Alacco has scored like 500 points the last minute.
Yeah, he's just kind of taking control and then kind of got that look in his eye like we're okay as a team.
And here's a tough shot by Lee, and he'll hit it at the shot clock.
Radical progression in the paint for Doherty right there. And back to your point, talk about having two double-double machines on opposite sides of the court in Pierce and Doherty, who both like to get buckets in the paint, but also can eat glass.
Lee stops, ball tipped. Malacco able to get it. Lee pops a three. Xaivian Lee. He gets to the lane, not there. Sakota can't finish off outside of the paint, and the Tigers back to work. Lee tries it again from deep. That's good. And it's a 2 for Harold Woods. So Woods gets the layup to tie the game up at 15. Good back and forth play here to start this game.
Well, we're going to get some buckets in this contest, it looks like.
Up tempo. Lee, he'll try another three. It's good. Xaivian Lee.
Majoring in psychology, you think that he's been able to master being in sync with that rock. Once he sees that pill go through the rim, that percentage starts to creep up.
Shot 47% from three last season. Lee spinning in the lane and scoring. Xaivian going at Scott. Troutman delivers, and he can't finish it off at the rim. Good defense by the Tigers. Lee to the lane. Lee leading in and getting it to go. Xaivian showing the range at Jadwin.
He had that career high 19 points against Georgia Southern. Shooting it at a high clip, especially over the last couple of contests. Very confident.
Again, this time at 38. Malacco. Now Lee again. Lee going downhill and scoring with the kick. Pridgeon closing in on double figures. Lee already there and already a common foul. And they will stick with that against Pridgeon. That's his second. Lee, 2 more.
With all my might, but got to be a very special type of athletic talent, but also academic talent, well balanced to make it actually a right pairing for you to come in here and be effective.
Lee, baseline attack, throws it off the window and in. Princeton.
Princeton still +3 on the boards. Caden Pierce, 9 rebounds. Is he going to get to that number 10 mark? 1:03 to go.
Lee gets to the rim and scores. Xaivian Lee.
Such a typical Ivy League basketball team.
No doubt. Lee off. And Yale's actually picked to win the Ivy this year. There's Lee under some.
See how quick he is. Just to the eyes, you can tell the difference.
Princeton, there's a Princeton kind of play, but it was deflected. But Lee. Caesar pulls up, and it's going to be short. Lee with the rebound. Goes behind the back with a runner. Wow, nice move.
Well, Princeton hadn't turned the ball over, and that's one of the things. You know, they'd rather have a shot possession or a shot opportunity versus a turnover.
Yeah, they don't give you many opportunities to run unless you're going to rebound. 3 turnovers only so far for Princeton. ODU's done a pretty good job with the ball, too. Just a couple turnovers. Here comes Lee with that left hand. He is deadly when he gets down. ODU had a couple opportunities there. Don't come up with anything. Leaf goes from right to left, and whoa! Austin speaks here in the arena in a moment of silence. So our thoughts and prayers to his family and loved ones with the news this past week of his passing. Really tough move again.
Come away with possessions.
Huggins trying to screen for Lee. Quickly moves it over to Lacco. Back to Lee. Again, Huggins trying to screen. But now here goes Lee. Oh, right, left to the last ODU timeout. Now Princeton's calling a timeout with that 62-48 lead. And we'll see if the pressure continues for the Monarchs here.
Thus far, Princeton has been able to take care of the basketball, which is one of their highlights. They didn't want to allow Old Dominion to get in transition, especially from a Princeton turnover.
Martini trying to get it, and he does to Peters. Back out to Pierce. Back out to Peters. There's only 5 on the clock. They're going to have to hurry. Xaivian Lee with the ball in his hand. Step back 3, and it goes!
Owens has been unconscious from deep, shooting 54%.
You know, it's so funny you say that, Eddie. His name flows so well, his first to his last. It's almost like it becomes one word. Jack Collins. It flows so nice.
Here's Xaivian Lee to the basket, and what a finish.
Good play, great athleticism. Princeton a little cold from beyond the arc. Only trail by 2.
Princeton just 2 for 13 from beyond the arc. Tigers have brought Jack Scott back in. Pierce to the up fake. Always so patient. A good defense. The shot clock down to 3. Lee sees it. Hoists one up. Oh, and he gets the roll. Xaivian Lee gives Princeton a... Here's Rice navigating around. Konstantinovsky's putback is missed. And Alako rips the rebound away in a 9-point game. Hickey gets caught. Lee with a great cut to the basket.
In Valencia, knocks it away. And the Tigers come back with the ball.
And Valencia has spent a lot of this game on the bench in foul trouble.
Well, every time the Hawks have made a little mini run, the Tigers have been able to answer, especially if Monmouth have been able to get.
Princeton wanted to travel, but Fusini finishes left-handed, and now the Dukes are back within a point.
Here, this guy will just come right at you, Lee.
He can streak forward, and you can see it right there going up against.
Take a little bit of time. Still yet, if you could get some bunnies, it would be disapproved.
Well, especially like a couple possessions ago where Grant gave Beret a great feed.
Right.
Rozier's done a good job on Lee so far, running with him every step of the way. Pull back from Peters, decided not to shoot, trying to get away from Grant.
Oh, look at this ball movement.
He's good drive from Lee, and he'll get the foul. Well, the movement.
And then we were hearing the very, very same thing from Henderson about what he thinks of Matt Alako.
Air ball from Savrasov.
He's going on.
Lee. Wow. See what I'm talking about? How baseline drive from Clark, runs out of real estate, but finds Savrasov. Oh, almost fell, and Pierce rips away the rebound. That's the third board for Pierce.
We have to talk about the Pierce family a little bit later, Tim, because they're filled with athletes.
How about that spin move from Lee?
Action by Duquesne, but not a lot of production. And, boy, he throws that thing up. And like Dambrot said after the game the other night, he can go to the rim just about any time he wants.
Just the second basket for Clark after nearly getting a career high last time. Lee decides to shoot. There it is.
Hayne wanted to come in this game and very much get in the grill of Lee whenever they could. So he's in a, rock in a hard spot. Doing what he's being asked to do, but the official not giving it to him.
Good answer from Princeton after Duquesne hit a couple shots after the DeMichael 3 at the buzzer.
That's stupid.
Creative layup. Grant right away on the catch. Release no good. Lee in the open court. Rozier's going to let him go in for the dunk.
Ion. Thomas from the stripe. Clanks off the back iron. And the rebound by Jack Scott, the sophomore. Here's Lee to the cup. Goaltend on Dubar.
And that's how quick.
And that kind of what propelled him to taking on this role as the team's main ball handler. 2-point game. It's about 8 minutes to go here in the first half, and it has been an exciting one. Lee for three. It's good. The Tigers take the lead back from the lane. Here's Dubar again. Now a three. Off the mark. Lee straight away, 3 and 1. 4-point play upcoming.
With more of a bruising big and a low post big, which is what they've done. Fritz has done a nice job in the second half since coming back in.
Speedy Claxton said 2 years ago when hit the portal, took the job, that he was just really trying to get the best players possible. Realized something had to change. Last year, goes after guys that really formed the team, understood their role.
Vincent's hit a big shot in these points so far in this game. Can Hofstra get a stop now?
Pierce on Fritz. 23 already for Pierce in this game. To Lee as he weaves his way to the cup.
This is all we want to do, be unguardable and unpredictable. Alako kicks it outside. Pierce misses his first three, and Martini cleans it up. Back out to Blake Peters. He was so hot in that NCAA run last year, made over half of his three-point attempts. Pierce back to Alako, quarterback/point guard. Xaivian Lee knocks down a tray. And those weeks ago at a practice, I said, what's going to be different this year? He said, I'm trying to be more creative. I said, do you have the green light to be creative from your head coach? And he thought about it. He said, as long as it's within the structure. Gives it up to Lee that time, and he knocks down his second three. A couple of spins later. Pierce, offensive rebound. Up. And the ball swatted away by Amori. Blake Peters, good hustle on the floor. He gets it back out to Lee. Three. Got it.
And down to increase his percentage in the low block.
6 fouls now against the Scarlet Knights. Next one since Princeton to the line for 1-and-1. Pierce comes out of a double team there. Break the press with relative ease, and now Madalacco sets it up to Lee. Has been as advertised, shooting it awfully well. Knocked down 3 threes. Little pull up. Pretty touch. And here we go. 2-point game.
How about this for opening night?
Can't get much better. Jersey jam, Xaivian Lee. Boy, that was impressive. He saw that lane.
But I like that Rutgers guards are looking to score, being a little bit more aggressive off of dribble drives and ball screens.
Princeton has been awfully patient for this entire second half. Lee, spin, in again! Back-to-back buckets at the hole.
How about that?